Hello there! I'll be showing you how to extract the different sub-features of a sequence from a gene model on a track in JBrowse in this demo. So the first thing we'll do as always is go to JBrowse. So you just hover your mouse over the genomes menu bar at the top. You're going to go to the latest genome version 9.2 on JBrowse and load that. So if you find yourself in a scenario where you see a gene of interest, like this one, PAX8, and you want to extract the different sub-features of the sequence, so like the exons, the introns, the coding sequences, the untranslated regions, maybe like the UTRs, the 3', 5' UTRs, or even if you want the sequence upstream or downstream of the gene, perhaps, and you want to collect that. What you do is hover your mouse over the gene model, anywhere on it, right click, click on View Feature Sequence. Now this is going to come up with an option box that asks you to select which transcript you like to view. This list is from top to bottom, matching these transcripts shown here. Usually the best practice is to pick the first one, the one that's already selected by default. This is most often with the NM accession. These are all transcripts from NCBI, and the NM accession is a known refseq sequence supported by curation. The XM accessions are usually model refseqs produced by a genome annotation pipeline at NCBI and sometimes computationally annotated submissions. So best practice is usually you pick the first one, which is already selected by default. I'm going to go for one that's a little more interesting, has more features just for the demo. Just pick the third one and load that. So it's going to bring up a box that allows you to view the whole transcript here. The third one is what I selected, the whole sequence in all of its sub-features, and it's definitely going to most likely scroll off the screen. It's usually pretty long, and it allows you to highlight, set to lowercase, or even hide various features of the sequence, what have you, whichever you want to select, whichever you want to view or highlight just to see in more detail, or set to lowercase maybe, 5' UTRs, whatever you'd like to do. But the first thing that is usually a good tip, since this always scrolls off the screen and goes very long, is to hide all of the sub-features of the sequence first, just as a good starting point, so that way it won't scroll down too far. And I guess there's no others in 3' UTRs in this case. So, and then you can just add back in whichever features of the sequence you'd like to see. So let's say I just want to see the coding sequences. So I bring that back, and maybe the 5' UTRs. Let's see that. And then let me highlight the 5' UTRs just so I can see where they are. So that's how you get those sub-features of the sequence, and of course you can just copy that afterwards when you're done and paste it into any file you like for further analysis. What you can also do, let me just hide these again, is if you want, you can pick the upstream or downstream sequence of the gene model and view that. So if you want to see 500 base pairs before that gene model, or let's say 1,000 base pairs afterwards, and highlight the 1,000 base pairs, you can view those features as well in the same box. Whatever you'd like to do, you should be able to do and extract from this feature sequence viewer here. Just going to close that. So you should be able to access that option for any of the gene model tracks, not just the Xenbase track, any of the gene model tracks that we have here for Laevis, Tropicalis, or any Xenopus genome we have on Xenbase. Just need to right click and click on View Feature Sequence and go from there.